So within the conversion call blueprint, I'm going to show you now how to ascend your low ticket buys into a high ticket offer. So the way we collect a high ticket price is by making our clients pay for a yearly subscription to whichever offer layer they're at for a discounted price. So for example, if your offer is $100 a week, they would pay $5,200 a year. So instead of making them pay that much, to make them or have an incentive to pay in full, your client would now pay $4,200 for the entire year, now collecting a high ticket PIP. So the full workflow of the client ascension looks like this. So if you're not familiar already and you're not quite confident in the conversion core, essentially this is the exact business model that we use and that I use. So once you have a low ticket starter and you're upselling people to your low ticket weekly, your low ticket community, and then having direct DM support with you, and then bi-weekly calls with you, and then done for you services. So all you're doing is selling one core offer and selling different levels and layers of access. So what that looks like is how you get someone first to come into your one-time offer is by either sending them a doc or through a newsletter, and then sending a link to a landing page and having them people buy a small ticket, a one-time offer from you. So what that looks like is here. So for example, if someone buys the conversion core blueprint, which is this exact blueprint which helps create, shows the model, the offer, the one-page creation, and client acquisition, they're able to be upsold to a consultation call with me if they'd like to. Now, that is the first layer of upselling someone, which is on your landing page, where on the landing page, someone has already bought something small from you. They've already bought a one-time offer from you. What you can sell is either one call, another one-time thing, a one-time offer, an OTO, as what I like to call it, to them, or you can actually sell your first low ticket weekly community to them if you like. And the next layer to the ascension ladder to actually ascend all your clients is to post a hand raiser once a month, either in the group chat, directly DM people, which is above. But the first thing is that you can post it on your stories in community groups that you're in or ones that you've made, where you figure out who exactly would want to buy from you. And those people are the ones that have already paid you money. And this is what I like to call money momentum, where if someone has already paid you in the past, the chances of them wanting to pay you even more is so significantly high that if you try to upsell them, they're more likely to be upsold to, which it just makes more logical sense than if someone were just a random and cold outreached person. So another way to do this is if a recent client who you've upsold has a win, share that into the community, share that with the people around you, sort of as a follow-up as well. And those people can see that the people that have been working with you closer, who've had closer access to you, are getting more wins. So the correlation between them working closer with you and more closely with you will result in you producing a better result for them. And as a result, people can see that and they're more likely to want to be upsold to because they can see that the value of them getting helped directly by you is significantly increased if you're actually directly helping them. Now, the next one is you can send them the updated doc with a new offer. So you can create a new offer doc and then send them to the community, send them to your mid-ticket weekly, people who you already have direct DM support, and then let them know with a kind message. Say that you appreciate them, say that you're seeing them doing quite well, but there's some areas in which you think would really benefit them if they were to hop on bi-weekly calls with you to set a particular thing up. So that's how you post a hand raiser once a month for your current clients. Now, the next one is the direct DM. So the post purchase. So when someone just buys off of you, what you can do, so they're already purchasing the conversion call blueprint, is upsell them either on the landing page, which is cool, but also direct DM support them as well. So directly DM them after they purchase, say, hey, I noticed that you were in the community for about 3 weeks. I was wondering if you want to save money for the entire year. It's actually $1,000 discount. Pay $4,200, for example. And I can send them with the Stripe. Done. Paid in full. Another way to do it after a win. Once someone has already got a win from your low tick community, just imagine how much more of an incentive it'll be if they got direct help from you to accelerate their progress. Because what you're selling when you're selling the different levels of access is the speed of implementation. The closer that someone gets with you, the more likely they'll be able to get their result much quicker. For example, if I were to work with someone and all they had to do was, or all they were allowed to do was message me, I can only respond to them every so often and reply with voice notes. But if I hopped on a call with them or had done for you services, I actually write their copy for their landing page, I actually implement client acquisition system, I do the hiring for them, then the likelihood of them succeeding will be much higher. And it's the same for your coaching and consulting business as well. or whatever you're running, agency or growth operator. I mean, if you're doing agency, obviously you're already up here already. You're doing done for you services. But when you create a hybrid offer that combines not only done for you but done with you services, then you can leverage some of this model. But this model relies heavily on doing mainly done with you. But you can do done for you services if you're just new and you want to make sure that your client results are peak. So the next thing is that you want to make sure that there is scarcity and urgency. Okay, I speak about this so much, but you don't create false scarcity or false urgency. When the offer expires, it expires, or when spots are opened up, they open up. If one of your clients downgrade, let's say for example, they go from your high ticket weekly, they go down to your mid ticket, message this mid ticket weekly group or direct DM support, direct DM the people that were waitlisted and that have wanted to go into your high ticket or have been winning recently, and message them and say one spot has actually opened up from the high ticket, and message these people to upsell one of them to your high ticket. So you constantly have people moving up and down these different rings and these different ladders, and you'll see that there'll be a lot of churn. A lot of people will downgrade, and a lot of people will downgrade, but that's completely fine because people will leave. But you have to have a reason and create scarcity for when they do leave. You have to create a consequence. So once you leave, and you can make this as low ticket as you want, just to make sure that people stay for a certain amount of time, but obviously get the right value for what they're paying for. But once they leave, all you have to say is that you can't join back for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, for an entire year, whatever you please. And as a result, that creates a consequence that people don't leave. Now, that's simply how you can do client ascension. And if you want to work with me and build this out entirely with you, one-on-one, then I'll be happy to do that with you. You can actually DM me, I'm in on Instagram, and I'll send you this Google Doc. And if we're the right fit and it's cool, you like the idea, and you want to implement it for your own coaching consulting business or an agency switching to a consulting business, then I'll be happy to work it out with you. But until then, I'll catch you later. Ciao, ciao.